Welcome to Self-Publishing Authors, home for candid talks and honest recommendations. From book editing to book marketing, from author journeys to inspirations. Hosted by Gurhan Demirkan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gurhan, and I am coming back at you from Austin, Texas. And I have a very special guest today, all the way from Germany. As you can see, he's smiling. Yes. And he
Yes.
is one of the authors that I work with. And we're going to tell you all about the Amazon top 10, 15. Which one was that?
18?
18? Yeah, not bad.
Not
On the
bad.
Sci-Fi. Yes, come on.
Yes.
In the whole
Very excited.
Sci-Fi category, yes. So I am going to keep it quiet now and let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
All right. My name is Philipp Munzer. I'm living in Berlin right now. I'm from Bavaria. And I'm writing science fiction. Yes.
That's it?
I don't know.
And I am very sure you have an exciting life in Germany, right?
Yes, life is good in Berlin. Berlin is a crazy city and it's good for inspiration. And the people are really on fire and the city is vibrant. And that adds a lot to the spirit of the writer. So, yeah.
Berlin is the art center of Germany, right?
Definitely. Every other city I've been to in Germany is like a sleepy little cozy town compared to Berlin, and Berlin is fire. It's
All right.
It's culinary explosions, it's bars everywhere, people dancing on the street, basically. Yeah,
Nice.
that's
Nice.
it,
And
it's
that's
quite
how you get
something.
your inspiration to write all these sci-fi novels?
It helps a lot to have people from all over the world in one place and interact in English all the time. I write in English, and
Mhm.
that's an important part to have, like an Italian neighbor and stuff like that. You know, it's
Yes.
there's a good crowd in Berlin, and that
Nice.
just drives you a little bit. That's good.
Nice. Awesome. So let me ask you the first question. When did your author journey start? So you look like you're
Start.
28 years old, right?
I'm not. I'm 42, but I did
42.
start writing when I was rather young, like 15, 16. I started writing my first draft for a book. I still have that stuff. It was for Shadowrun, of all things. I don't know if you know Shadowrun, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it was good. It's like, we have Cyberpunk, the new game from CD Projekt Red.
Uh-huh.
And Cyberpunk is already a well-known series, but Shadowrun was the big thing in the 90s. And yeah, I loved it. And that's when I started writing my first fan novel. I didn't
Okay.
publish anything. It was just for me, and nothing was finished. But I had already something good going on
So
there.
how old were you?
15, 16.
15? Okay. Do you still have
But
those notes?
I still have them. I
Okay.
discovered
So
them a couple of weeks ago, actually. I still have that stuff. It's crazy.
nice.
Yes, it's
So
really good.
what did you write by then? Sci-fi, right? Shadowrunner.
Yeah, Shadowrun is sci-fi. It's
Yeah.
sci-fi. It's in the
Yeah.
year
So
2050.
yeah,
But
what do
it
you write
already
now?
had something I really like, and that was the mix of magic and technology.
Yeah.
That's what Shadowrun was all about, and
Yeah.
basically that's what my first real book was about: a mix of technology and the magic element. Uh, Empire Eternal is my first book that I published, and it's about a soldier that's thrown back into the past,
Mm-hmm.
also by magic. And the past is the year 3000 something in a British Empire. And then he gets the knowledge of 35 years in the future, and he wakes up as a space cadet in an academy. Yeah, it's magic and technology, and because
That's your first novel, though, right?
yeah, that's the first
How many
novel.
novels do you have now?
I have 6 of the series. And
Nice.
I'm writing on something different right now. I'm writing on an apocalypse series with lit RPG elements. It's
Oh, no
good.
magic?
Oh hell yes. Hell
Oh,
lot of magic, but not a lot of sci-fi elements. But
sci-fi, yeah.
it's apocalypse. It's the end of
Uh-huh.
this world, basically, where magic is introduced. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
so if it's apocalypse, are we talking zombies and things?
Yes.
Oh, yes, we
I'm
gotta we
doing
gotta eat the
zombies.
brains, right?
I'm doing zombies, but it's gonna evolve into something more. There are already goblins in there and red people.
Ah,
So yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice. So how long does it usually take for you to write a book? Or let me just rephrase the question. How long did it take? And I'm sure by the time you're not here writing books, you develop some skills and you're still developing. So how long did it take and how long does it take now?
I have to admit, I'm a maniac. When I really start writing, I'm
Uh-huh.
pushing myself. I'm starting 12 o'clock at noon and I finish at 5 o'clock in the morning. I can
Wow.
do a book in a month.
You can
I
do a book
started
in a
with,
month.
I can do a book in a month, yeah. With
Nice.
with my humble reviews, but without software that wouldn't be possible. Without correction tools, no chance in hell.
Yes.
But
So has it always
thankfully we
been
have
like
those.
this?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. I mean, so you're a
Yeah.
natural though.
Yeah. I don't I'm not one to brag, but apparently I found my thing. So that's cool.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
And hitting the first 20, on Amazon, that's quite encouraging. I'm here. Yes.
That that gave me another kick. You know,
Kick butt. Yes.
I lost faith for a while after the sixth book. Nothing much happened for a while. It took 2 years for it to take off, and now, thanks to your help, the stuff really
Ta-da!
off the charts. Seriously, I'm not
Yes.
joking here. My book was doing nothing. Then I came to you and you said, "Hey, why didn't you change the categories? And here's how you do keywords." It
Uh-huh.
was thanks to you, man. I'm not joking around here. Without you, nothing would happen. And now,
Boom.
boom, sky's the fucking limit.
Yes. Then we're gonna
Yes,
start working on the new books, right?
definitely.
We're shooting
I'm
for
gonna be
number one
done
this time.
soon. I hope I'm gonna be done in a week.
In a
Uh,
week.
I'm
That's cool.
already I'm already on 80K.
Oh,
So
nice. Nice.
so
So this is the first
I'm
book
gonna
of how
do
many?
it's gonna be at least a trilogy, but I think it's gonna be more.
More?
Yeah, yeah. I want another 6 books with that, but I still have to write more about the first series. So yep.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you a question. So you're telling me you have a new book coming and it'll be
Yes,
finished in 1 week. And
roughly.
you're already talking about trilogy or maybe more. So
Definitely.
tell me if you do the plotting previously or you just start writing and everything flows and it just goes
Uh,
along.
I just start writing. It just flows. It's like I'm reading it as I write. The plot just comes from nowhere, and I rarely do corrections. It's
Really?
it's not that I ever have taken out a complete chapter.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's always a thought process during the day or while I'm writing where I'm planning chapters ahead, but I don't write down anything or make big planning sessions. This has to happen, then that happens. No.
What about the
It just happens
characters? I
as I
mean,
write.
how do you create the characters, the main characters, supporting characters? Somebody has to die,
I'm a
somebody has to come
big
back
fan
alive.
of Dragon Ball Z. You
Ah,
know, the Saiyajin thing? And the core mantra of Dragon Ball Z is the character has to get kicked in the face a lot so he can become stronger. And
oh,
that's how I write all my main characters. He always gets knocked down somehow. there's always trouble. It's always conflict, and emerge by a hair.
Ah,
That's how it always
yeah.
works. Someone has to die, and I'm sorry that it's gonna happen. But if that group of five comes out of the dungeon and they
Uh-huh.
haven't lost one, then they're gonna lose one in the next dungeon. I don't know. Yeah, it
It's
happens.
exciting. You have to read it, right?
Yeah, yeah. I like
Yes.
I like conflict. I don't like hours of explanations about sand or something.
Uh-huh.
I'm a big fan of fast-paced um, conversations and action. I don't describe battles at a length.
Uh-huh.
Um, Sometimes that's missing, but on the other hand, it gives you a nice momentum if you read it. It's
Yeah.
it's a specific style of writing, and people enjoy it. I have 4.7 stars,
Yes.
nearly 300 reviews by now, and
Hmm.
the reviews I have are all in favor. Basically, they don't like
Nice.
that I don't spell so good, but there's always
What do you
something.
expect from
So
a German, right?
yeah, well, I'm good. I'm fluent, but sometimes I'm sleepy when I write. I write till the night, and sometimes the
Yeah,
attention slips.
especially
And
at 2 o'clock
that's
in the morning, right?
yes, I'm not. This is when I'm at my best and at my
Ah,
worst.
nice, nice, nice.
Yes.
So, uh, you stop writing at 12 o'clock noon,
Yeah.
and it goes
This
on
week, last week
until
was crazy. That's really how it happened. Not always, but I had
not always.
my
Okay. So,
crazy
what time do you
shifts.
stop?
When time do I stop? Usually at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock max in the
Three
night.
o'clock. Okay.
That's it. But there have been shifts where I'm
Uh-huh.
in the zone, and when you're in the zone, you don't stop. And then I have been writing till 8 o'clock in the morning. Once
Oh,
it just happens. But when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. You have
yes,
to write it.
yes. That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So, when you're writing, you don't do plotting, but when you're working on this book, so you got this main character, he's always kicking in the face, let's say,
yes,
right? Yes, he's
yeah,
he's down, but he's never out,
yep.
and he comes back up. And so, do you ever like think of something and just say, let's keep that in mind, and let's get back to it in the next book or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes I do write stuff down. I'm a big fan of Google and Google Keep, which is the notes version
Notes,
from Google,
yes.
and
Uh-huh.
you have that on every device. And yeah, that's nice to write down little notes and tidbits.
Okay.
But what I don't do is write down major plot things
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
get
that
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I do have notes where I write down, and now you need this crazy stuff. Yeah, yeah, that happens.
That's cool. So you write all these books. Here's a major question. How do you plan on marketing your books
Yeah, Facebook,
or
but
promoting your books?
promoting, yeah, it's I'm still figuring it out. Also relying on you. I'm planning on doing TikTok, but I haven't started yet. But yeah, um, that's it. I'm doing Facebook promotions. Basically, that's the core of everything. But
Yeah, Facebook.
I know I have to do more. Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. I'm always here, of course, right?
thankfully.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so you're writing and writing. You write every day?
No, no, no. I can't.
No?
There's no time. But when I'm really focusing on writing, at least 5 days a week.
5 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 2 days. Within those 2 days, my question is, how do you really improve yourself to become better and better?
I read a lot, and
Yeah.
I mean a lot. I'm I'm on Kindle Unlimited, and
Hmm.
that's my baby. I read several dozen books a year. It's
Okay.
and I inhale them, and I switch categories, I switch genres. I'm not differentiating between science fiction and fantasy. I like both, but I stick to those categories. I don't do, I don't know, drama or
Oh, you don't do like
crime or anything.
romance and thriller.
Well, romance happens, but I don't need to read romance books for that. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So, but you usually stick with the
yeah, yeah,
your own
definitely.
genre.
And through reading those books, I've discovered Wuxia, the Chinese version of magic and cultivation, that kind of stuff, which is
Hmm.
becoming more popular everywhere. And you see it in the books. Uh, Western writers use it now, and it's part of my books.
Oh,
Without discovering those books, I wouldn't have my own series of 6 books. And
okay. So you're referring to the Chinese magic
yes, manga.
manga? Yes.
It's where I found that stuff. But there are also books out there. There are series of books that have 100 novels. It's crazy stuff. The Chinese are creative. I have to admit that the magic system is what you know from the Dragon Ball Z thing, where it gets higher and higher and higher and higher.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that's part of the shtick. But there's more. I could talk for hours about this.
So do you? Okay, I got the manga side. Do you also read other ones like Ring of the, Lord of the Rings and things like that?
I was 12 when the old man gave me Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I got it from the old man. He
Yes.
liked Perry Roden. Do you know
Oh,
Perry Roden?
no.
He
What's it?
is a legend. Perry Roden is one of the biggest science fiction novel series in the world. They have, I think, monthly production or bi-weekly, I
Wow.
don't know.
I'm gonna have to
And
check that out.
that goes back to the 50s or something.
50s.
I'm not joking when I say it's one of the biggest series in the world. This is crazy. Those guys, legendary.
Huh.
But I hear it doesn't translate well into English. It's a German series, but
Oh, it's a
holy
German
crap!
series. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I hear there's a translation into English, but I'm not up to date
Yeah.
with Perry Roden. That was my old man. I was more into other books. I don't know, more fantasy stuff in my
Uh-huh.
youth. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Okay.
read Dune.
I,
I read
everybody read
Lord of the
Dune.
Rings.
Yes. Yeah. How many
Yeah.
times have you watched Dune?
Oh, watch Dune.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the old one. I don't like the
Yeah.
newer ones.
You
The
don't like the
old
new ones?
one, oh,
Yeah.
David
The
Lynch is
old
my
one was
man.
good. Yes.
David Lynch is my man. I
Yeah.
I recently looked up the reviews. They are terrible. They
Is
all
that right?
hated that movie. I don't know why. I loved it. The costumes and
I loved it too.
everything.
Yes.
And I thought it was very close to the book. And
Yeah.
of course, there was that strange magic voice apparatus, which isn't in the book.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it was absolutely it. And the newer movies, they don't do it for me. I have to admit that. I love the drama, the flair, the
Uh-huh.
crazy costumes. That was really nice. Um,
Yes.
Big fan.
Yes.
I've watched that movie dozens of times in my life.
Dozens of times. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Now that we know you're what, 28 again.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
go with
28.
28. Very
Okay, let's
flattering.
go with
Cheers.
28. You're
Thank you,
old
good
man.
sir. Very kind.
All right. What would be the most valuable one recommendation you would give to the new coming authors?
I'm a big fan of like the red line. If you have a plot, make sure it works. Don't get distracted. Don't. I'm not saying don't experiment. By the way, go out all out, but always have that core structure and stick to it, because the reader needs to be guided. That's your mission as a writer. You need to guide the reader along your fantasy, and
So
that has to work.
That's your magic, actually, as far as you're concerned.
I'm not suddenly changing characters. I'm not suddenly giving them bird wings or stuff. They have to earn them if they get that in the book. But I don't know how to say this in English, but we have something called the red line in Germany. And
red line, okay.
Yeah, der rote Faden.
Say it again.
Doesn't matter.
Let's say it again. Let's teach some German to the Americans. How do you say that?
Der rote Faden.
There you go.
It's not wire. It's oh yeah, it is red wire basically, and you follow that line and operate around it, but you don't let it drop. Okay. You stick to it. You have one structure in the book, and if you have a trilogy, that structure has to remain. Just consistency is required, I think, and if you stick to that, you can build a lot around it.
Okay, so you have this one red wire, and you just spiral around it and tell this story. Yes. Okay.
Basically,
that's a new one, I'm sure, to the American authors, especially the new coming ones. We just tell them that this is coming from
This
Germany.
is the wire.
Yes, stick to the wire. Okay, I got another question for you. Ready? This is one of the last questions. Okay, personal one. What did your family think when you just told them that you wanted to become an author?
Oh, that was...
Oh, good question.
It was not that my father belittled it, but he was very surprised that it came out of nowhere. I didn't announce that I was writing. I announced when it was finished, and I said, "Oh, by the way, I got a published book." And everybody was like, "Huh, what?"
What?
And then it became 6 books, and everybody's like, "What?" And then it suddenly became successful, and everybody was like,
"Yes,
what?" And that was good. That was good.
Yeah. So
it was nice to see.
I want to know if your father reads your novels.
Unfortunately, not. He's
what?
Yes, the gray star. He can't read anymore.
Ah,
I have to make a German audio version of the book. I don't know.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. What about mom?
Yeah, mom reads it. Mom loves it.
Mom, okay, of course, mom loves it. Yes. It really doesn't matter how it turns out. Mom always loves it.
I could write drivel, and I do. But no, I don't write drivel. But yeah, mom is mom.
Yes, that's cool. Okay, so these are all my questions. Would you like to add anything, for your fans, your readers, for Americans out there?
For Americans, well.
I was going to ask you to
follow
do that.
Me on Philipp Writes. If you see the hat, that's me, guys.
Yes.
I don't know. More books are coming.
More books are coming.
Stay tuned. I'm in the zone again.
So we'll give the message, Philipp Munzer. Is that how you pronounce it? Munzer?
Philipp Munzer, yes.
Munzer, yes.
Yeah.
New books are coming. Go read it.
Definitely.
Right?
And leave a review, of course.
Of course. It is M-U-N. How do you spell the last name? M-U-N-Z-E-R.
Z-E-R, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you can find me at Philipp Writes.
Philipp Writes.
That works. It's a little bit more easy.
Yeah,
Philipp
of course.
Writes.
Yeah, that's cool.
1 L,
awesome.
2 P.
Why
Yeah.
not? Yes, that's true, Philip. It took me a
Yeah.
while to learn that.
Oh,
It's-
there are atrocities out there. They start with an F or something,
Really?
and that's
Oh,
yes, they are monsters. I don't know
monster.
how they do this to my wonderful name. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
well, try my name. Nobody
Oh,
says
Göran, yeah,
nobody
of
can
course.
forget it.
Yeah. Well, I live in Berlin, mate. We got a lot of Turkish people, so
Bunch of Turkish
of course I
people.
can say it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Okay, awesome. Well, I wanted to thank you,
And I want
and
to
we
thank
can't
you.
wait. Yes, wait until your new books comes out. I love zombies, by the way. I love zombies.
It's
Yes,
gonna be
we're gonna have
good.
to read your books, and we're gonna do an interview again. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Can't wait to introduce it.
Yes.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much, Göran. It
Yes.
was a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Always love working with you, man.
Yep. Bye bye.
Welcome to Self-Publishing Authors, home for candid talks and honest recommendations. From book editing to book marketing, from author journeys to inspirations. Hosted by Gurhan Demirkan.